Traders, hopefully everyone is having a good day today. All three market indices down today. Now, before I get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. If you're not a subscriber and you happen to be watching the show, please go ahead and do so. I really do think you're going to gain a lot of valuable information from my technical analysis. All right, guys, as you know, anyone who watches the show, we do the SPY ETF every day as a cross reference of the overall market. We look at that to see where the markets are going. Okay, so if you remember from yesterday's show, I did say that I really like the way it closed. We're right here by that 52-week high. We closed right near that high of the day, and there was a high probability of us making a new 52-week high soon. Well, it did gap lower. I really like the way that it actually traded in a tight range today. This is really healthy for the market. We did see an exponential move from those October 30th lows rather, all the way up where we made that 52-week high. We pulled back a little bit. We didn't even touch this 10 SMA. Usually these stocks like to, these pullbacks like to touch this 10 SMA. So a little bit of a pullback here today. And it wasn't the worst thing that could ever happen. In fact, I do think we are going to see a little bit of more of a chop, I'd like to call it, where we do, maybe come down quickly one day and then bounce right back, or maybe we just bounce around here. But either way, I really like to see this 10 SMA be up towards price a little higher before we see another move. That's only healthy for the market. Okay, that is the SPY. All right, with that in the books, let's go into three stocks that I think are going to move really nicely in the next few days. And the first one is going to be ACHV. So ACHV came on my radar about a week ago. I did see a big volume spike in the name. It came up, it pulled back. These moving averages are now lined up in that bullish pattern I like to see, where that 10 is above the 50 and the 50 is above the 200, guys. So again, if you're in this name or if you're thinking about this name, I really do think this is a great risk reward level. Also, in addition to those three things that I just said, the point of control is below us. So again, we are above that, which is also a bullish indicator. So the risk reward setup is real nice, and it closed below that 200-day moving average, which is, let's say, $8.60 right there. I think that would be a sell, in my opinion. That would just indicate this whole move was probably wrong, and it may want to make a lower low before moving up. Okay, guys. So you're risking about 50, 60 cents tops for a move that can be in the $5, $6, $7 range. Okay, guys, that's ACHV. I do want to show you a few other charts though before we move on. This is the weekly chart in ACHV. Usually a move above this 9 SMA, that's the 9 SMA weekly on here, is a bullish indicator, and we are above that. This would be the second week in a row if we do close above that, and that would also indicate a bullish move. And then lastly, I want to show you the 513 EMA chart. As anyone who watches the show, I like that when that 5 EMA, which is that blue line, is above this 13 EMA, which is that red line. That's a bullish indicator. And conversely, as you can see, when that 5 is below that 13, that's a negative indicator right there. Okay, so now that we're above it, guys, the risk reward again in this stock is extremely, extremely tight. Great trade location. I'm all about that trade location, keeping our losses small. Okay, that's ACHV. Now let's go into a new stock that we haven't seen or we haven't talked about in the past, is a DraftKings DKNG. Again, this is the 513 EMA chart on here. As you can see, the 5 EMA is above that 13, extremely bullish. We had earnings 2 days ago. It did sell off, but we regained all those losses within 2 days. Extremely, extremely bullish. Let me bring this up on the 5 EMA, the 10, 50, and 200-day moving average charts. This stock is so new, it does not even have that 200-day moving average on here yet. Again, as you can see this, we made a great move today, nice move of 9%. I'd like to see a continuation of this, get above that 50-day moving average. So if you're not in the name and you're thinking about the name, you can play this either two ways. You play this on a break above that 50-day moving average, which happens to be today's high, or if we do see a sell-off in this name, again, buy it when it gets near this 10 SMA right down here, right around, let's say, 42 and a half, $43. Okay, guys, if we're that lucky to get it down there. Then if you do get in, again, use this midpoint Bollinger Band right here as you're out, because it looks like there is a lot of support near that 10 SMA and that midpoint Bollinger Band right there. But remember, guys, this is a dynamic line, so as the price goes up, these lines also move up again, so then you could trail your stop accordingly. So if you get in, remember, be a buyer above that 50-day moving average, be a buyer if it pulls back tomorrow down to that 10-day moving average, and then set your stop below that midpoint Bollinger Band right down there. Let's call it $40.50. Okay, that's DKNG. Last stock that looks really good on our list moving forward is NKLA. This too had earnings not too long ago, shrugged off the earnings, moved back above that 10 SMA. Now it's above that, not only that 10 SMA, that midpoint Bollinger Band. We're right here, not too far from that 50-day moving average. We're not too far from that virgin point of control, guys. 200-day moving average is still above us. So there might be a little bit of a resistance going forward. But again, I do think the bottom is in this name for the next 3 to 6 months anyway, until the next earnings call. So again, be a buyer tomorrow on this name above that first 30-minute candle or above today's high, and then use this 10 SMA down here as your as your out price, which happens to be $20.50 or in that area. So you're risking basically what, $1.50, okay, for a very, very nice upside potential on this one. Again, let me show you this on that 513 EMA chart. I do like to cross-reference this on a few other charts. And remember what I said, when that 5 EMA is above that 13 EMA, that's a bullish sign. As you can see, we are just beginning to move above that 513 EMA crossover right there. So again, this could portends a higher move and maybe the possibility of a much, much bigger move in the future. Okay, guys? And then lastly, let's take a look at that 9 SMA chart right here. Again, we moved today or this week above that 9 SMA, right, on the weekly chart, and that is also an extremely bullish chart indicator right there. We have not been and closed above that 9 SMA for a very, very long time. Okay, guys? So watch this for the next week or two. This thing could really, really move. Okay, that's NKLA. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. My name is Eric, and you can reach me either by leaving a comment down below right there on YouTube, or reaching out to me at eric@valueareatrader.com. That's Eric with the C at valueareatrader.com. And if you like the show, please go ahead and subscribe, guys. I like to give you, some key support lines, some key trend lines, some key resistance levels. So again, and some hard stops. This way, when you get in, you know exactly when to get out. Okay, guys? Again, if you like the show, please go ahead and subscribe. I really do believe you're going to get a lot of great information from my show. All right, have a great evening, and remember to trade smart and be safe.